For every Futurama character fans adore, there is one they cannot stand. Start with the one almost nobody defends. Hubert Farnsworth is the professor's clone, dropped into the show midway through the second season as a device for pointing out its own plot holes.
As long as I'm going to be in charge here, let me examine my so-called crew.
And he does it by walking around the room insulting everyone in it. To Zoidberg,
Do you even have a medical degree?
I lost it in a volcano.
to Bender,
And why do we need a bending robot around here anyway? What possible use do we have for you?
Me no speaking English.
and to Leela,
And why does our space pilot have only one eye? There's someone I'd like you to meet. His name is Depth Perception.
and he never pays for any of it. No charm, no curiosity, nothing boyish about him, just a small person who talks to everyone like they are staff.
You've never seen a genius's wiener before?
No.
Well, once in the park.
Subscribe, and I keep taking this show apart properly. But Hubert is only irritating. The next one actually took something. Michelle is Fry's girlfriend from 1999, and she is the reason this entire series exists. She dumped him on New Year's Eve, which is why he was alone in that chair, which is why he fell into the freezer. 1,000 years later, she has herself frozen too.
Michelle.
Oh my God.
Tracks him down and explains that she came because she remembered the last time she was truly happy was with him. Within days, she is complaining again.
I find this post-apocalyptic wasteland very confusing. Seriously, I'm weirded out.
That's because you're a loser. You were a loser in the year 2000, and you're a loser in the year 4000.
And she leaves him for a man living in a garbage pile. She arrives, takes the one thing he was still owed, and goes. Now here's why those two matter beyond being annoying. Because this show is full of characters who behave far worse than either of them, and the audience adores them for it. Bender takes first place in Ranker's poll of over 4,000 voters.
Kill me already. By the way, my name's Bender.
Help! What's happening?
And in a separate fan poll, he took 50% of the vote against the entire rest of the cast.
But I couldn't go on living once I found out what the girders were for.
What?
Suicide boots.
He is a thief, a drunk, a liar, and a coward, and he has tried to sell his friends more than once. Hubert insulted people and lost the room forever. Bender robs the room and keeps it. What protects him is that he announces everything, he is proud of it, and watching him is watching someone say the thing everybody else is too polite to say, then stealing the furniture on the way out.
Except for you.
I'm sure Bender has just made a cutting remark, but he doesn't know I taped over his soap operas to record this message.
You bastard!
Fry takes second, and he wins on the exact opposite quality. Where Bender wins on nerve, Fry wins on being the only person in the 31st century who is still from ours. He is the way in. Everything strange to him is strange to you. And underneath the stupidity, he is the one who keeps showing up.
A real live robot. Or is that some kind of cheesy New Year's costume?
When his dog Seymour turns up fossilized, when he trades away his own hands to write an opera nobody wants to sit through. The show is not asking you to laugh at him. It is pointing out that the idiot is the most loyal person on that ship.
Let's do this now, and let's never regret it.
Michelle threw this away, and the show has spent 7 seasons quietly proving it. So a thief holds first place, and an idiot holds second, which makes the next group land harder, because it starts with 2 characters who never break a single rule and are despised anyway. Morgan Proctor arrives at Planet Express and introduces herself as
Morgan Proctor, bureaucrat grade 19.
She suspends Hermes with,
As your superior, I hereby relieve you of duty. Consider yourself on paid vacation.
then appoints his replacement personally.
I assign me, I accept, welcome aboard.
Then it's settled.
She wipes Bender's mind to keep the office tidy. And then the episode shows you what all that order costs her.
Admit it, Fry, you're a slob. A dirty, filthy slob.
She is not disgusted by the mess.
I'm surrounded by neat freaks every day. There's nothing kinkier to me than a filthy slopjock like you.
Oh, stop.
She still makes him swear that nobody can ever know. Later, asked about a form in her own file,
She fraternized me.
That form isn't about you. It refers to my high school prom date. It was a regulation date that ended in regulation disappointment.
she built herself a cell and filed the paperwork for it. Amy's parents work the same way, in half the screen time. On the Titanic cruise, the Wongs stop enjoying their holiday the second they spot a marriageable man.
We met the nicest boy in the cabin next to ours.
He's not very ugly.
You should marry him, or at least use him to conceive a grandchild for us.
There he is at the buffet.
They appear, apply pressure, and leave. That is the entire function. But there is a second kind of hated character, and this show could not run without them. Mom builds every robot on Earth, and she has two voices. In public, she is a sweet old woman offering you a snack.
You look thin. Care for one of my famous pecan clusters?
The moment the door shuts, the voice changes, and it lands on whoever is standing closest.
Made me want to puke my face off! Where's my thigh blaster?
Right here, Mom.
When Ignor asks her, gently, whether she is upset about the dark matter shortage, the answer is,
There is no shortage, you moronic ass brain!
she raised all three of them, and she cannot get through a conversation without telling one of them he is stupid.
Shut up!
Okay, thank you.
Every scene she has runs on that gap. The sweet old woman. Then whatever is standing behind her. Zap Brannigan is the same trick pointed at a person instead of a company. He is a 25-star general whose main tactic is sending waves of his own men to their deaths, and one ranking places him as the single most hated supporting character in the show. What makes him work is that he believes every word of himself. When he needs advice, he turns to Kif, who hands him the correct answer immediately.
You already imprisoned her under Directive B10.81.
Zap cannot hold on to it.
You mean Brannigan's Law?
Right, that law.
Which one?
Brannigan's Law.
And then the verdict on the man who just answered his question twice.
You're my best and most loyal friend, but you've earned my contempt once again.
His conclusion is that the only way to deal with a female adversary is to seduce her. So he gets Leela alone, pours the champagne, and delivers it.
Come over here and feel my velour bedspread.
When that does not land, he tries again.
Leela, it's real velour. Just let yourself go.
The verdict arrives the next morning in her voice.
Zap, last night was a mistake.
A sexy mistake.
No, just a regular mistake. For a split second, my common sense was overwhelmed by pity.
The robot devil belongs in the same column, and he is at his best when he is being a critic. Watching Fry perform the opera he bought with someone else's hands, his complaint is about craft.
Your lyrics lack subtlety. You can't just have your characters announce how they feel. That makes me feel angry!
A villain who breaks his own rule in the very next breath is not a villain anybody wants removed. Nixon's head finishes the group. He is a preserved head in a jar who gets himself elected to run the planet, and the show gives him no redemption at all. Mid-war, wanting a robot repaired,
I want this robot fixed. Fixed like Kennedy fixed the 1960 election.
he is corrupt out loud. Morgan Proctor followed every rule, and the audience cannot stand her. Nixon breaks all of them, and they cannot get enough. Subscribe if this is the kind of thing you want more of. And that sets up the rest of the loved list, because what those four have in common runs straight through the top of it. Leela is the captain, the pilot, and the only one who treats the job as a job, which also makes her the one who says no, a hard position to be loved from.
I guess that just leaves you and your fake fiancé all alone on a romantic cruise.
Take it off or I'll break it off.
She is also the most easily embarrassed person on that ship. She is not the cleverest person in the show either. What she has is that she is the only one paying attention, and standing next to Fry, that looks like genius. What earns her the ranking is her own history. She was raised in an orphanage believing she was an alien, and the show made her find out otherwise the slow way.
Leela, isn't this the greatest thing you've ever seen?
Fry, look around. It's just a crummy plastic flag and a dead man's tracks in the dust.
Every hard edge on her has a reason behind it. Then there is a man with about 11 lines a season who outranks half the main cast. Scruffy the janitor is barely in the show, and when he does turn up, nobody on it can remember who he is, which is why he introduces himself the same way every single time.
Who are you?
Scruffy, the janitor?
I've never seen you before.
I've never seen you before neither.
The staff meets him, forgets him, and meets him again. Handed a piece of equipment behaving strangely, his entire report is, "It appears to be giving you the finger, sir. Enjoy." He has no arc and wants nothing, and fans rank him above characters who carry whole episodes. The strangest entry on the love list is a toad.
The dog's good, but our real competition is the Hypno-Toad.
The Hypnotoad does not speak and does not move, and his only ability is that he hypnotizes whatever looks at him. At a pet show, the crew enters Nibbler against him, and the toad simply turns and hypnotizes the judges until they raise perfect scores, then turns to the crowd until the crowd applauds in unison.
All glory to the Hypnotoad!
Nibbler takes dumbest pet in show. Fans demanded so much more of him that a full 22-minute episode of his own fictional television show, Everybody Loves Hypnotoad, was put on the Bender's Big Score DVD as an extra. 22 minutes of a toad staring at a camera, made because people asked for it, which leaves the character who breaks the whole exercise. Zoidberg is genuinely incompetent, his doctorate is in alien physiology, so he knows almost nothing about the humans he treats. He lives in a dumpster behind his own workplace. Hermes cuts his pay for sport. The crew is openly disgusted by him, and he is cheap enough to refuse a restaurant bill on principle.
I ate garbage yesterday, and it didn't cost me $300. I'm not paying.
One ranking of the show's most hated supporting characters puts him at number 3 and calls him stupid, greedy, and gross. Another ranking, voted by 4,000 fans, also puts him at number 3, from the top of the loved list. Both are describing the same character accurately. 2 more refuse to sit anywhere. Kif is ranked the second most hated supporting character on one list for being passive and enabling Zap, and on another he sits comfortably among the likable ones for being the only decent person on that ship. Amy splits the same way, called inconsistent and spoiled by one ranking, called the one warm presence among cynics by another.
I'd like you to meet Fry, my boyfriend.
On these two, the sources genuinely disagree, and picking a side would be inventing an answer. So here is the pattern underneath all of it. The characters this show treats worst are the ones the audience adopts. Zoidberg is despised by everyone he works with. Scruffy is forgotten by his own colleagues. Bender is a criminal, Mom is a monster, Zap is a disaster. Every one of them is either mistreated by the show or humiliated by it, and everyone is beloved. The genuinely disliked ones are never mistreated at all. They walk in holding the upper hand, they are proved right, and they leave intact. That is the sorting question for all 16. Not is this character good. Does the show ever let them lose? And if you want 31 moments this show buried where almost nobody found them, that video is right there.